First off, I would just like to thank Ted's penis for taking that picture. I'd like to thank each of you for attending the memorial of Theodore Kennedy Nivison Jr. That's his full name. I know that everyone thinks that Ted was this amicable, nice guy. People kind of think that about me too, but the difference is I actually am. Ted never sins. More like Ted sins a ton. And if you don't believe me, believe the data. Eddy, you joined him as you traveled across the country, ate at every Rainforest Cafe location. You know, we all had a good laugh, right? Not when you look at the environmental impact. Let's start with the carbon emissions that this stunt created. Okay, Ted drove a 2002 Toyota Tacoma across the country, and he estimates that this was a 10,000-mile trip. The Toyota Tacoma, 2002 model, consumes and produces about 404 grams of CO2 per mile. So if you do the math, that's 404,000 grams of CO2 emitted, or 890 pounds of carbon that was pumped into the atmosphere. But it was so quirky, right? Such a fun little video. Wrong. Think about the impact. The EPA estimates, and I looked this up, this is a real fact, you would have to plant 67 trees and let them grow for 10 years, Ted, before you offset your impact. Okay? You single-handedly destroyed 4.8 acres of U.S. forest to go visit a cafe inside of a fake rainforest. That's what you did. Now this begs the obvious question, why did Ted travel the country in a pickup truck? What would he need to haul? His big-ass head? No. All you did was give us a viral TikTok sound and you filmed it for content. I looked up the price of gas when you filmed the video, and I know you traveled the continental US, so I averaged the price. It's about $4.17 per gallon. So the entire car trip cost, and this is just in fuel, about $1,700. Now with that money, you made a funny little video. But you also could have donated 680 meals to schools. Just saying. Now, when you...
Being audited right now.
Yeah, straight up. Now, this is just one video, people. I want you to think about that. His impact in one video. Now, wait until you see the rest. Did you know that he's a smuggler, a labor exploiter, and a historical revisionist? I mean, this guy smuggled milk into Coachella. He made a video mocking people on the Fiverr app. You know, people who give their services out for $5. Yeah, way to punch up, dude. Way to really punch up on these people. Yeah, love it. $5 for a skill, and you make a video? Okay, great.
3,000 subscribers.
Lucky for all of you, my conscience is clear, okay? I'm obviously a good person, and Ted is not. And that's why I volunteer to be the next Ted Cinnamon. That's right, Eddy. You and me, we're going to every single Rainforest Cafe, and we're also going to go to every single orphanage in America and adopt a child. That's what we're going to do. And we're taking all of them to Rainforest Cafe.
I'm in, let's do it.
Yeah, cool, let's do it. Now, finally, in honor of Ted, I'd like to do one final thing. Since I went first, I got the rest of this video to sit through. So, in honor of you, Ted, I'm going to get high as
Is that real?
Hope you stay dead, bitch.
Jesus.
Milk. I am... I gotta be honest, when I heard that Eddy Burback was no longer with us, I was crushed. Felt like I swallowed a cluster grenade full of hornets in my tum-tum. Then when I found out it was this giraffe of a clown, oh, I clicked my heels together in the air, thrice with glee. Hoo-wee! Saw your little Rainforest Cafe video there, champ. You and Eddy Burback. I love how in every duo there is a pretty one and a funny one. Eddy's both. Now, some of you may be familiar with Ted's videos where he impersonates a milkman and feeds milk to teens. I'll never forget the day I found out about your little milk videos, Ted. I was depressed, writing in my journal, per usual. I wrote, "Dear Diary, today was miserable. Hopefully tomorrow will be butter. Ha ha." Same entry every day for years. But then my sick wife bursts into the room and she goes, honey, she says. Good news, someone is spreading the good word of mammal milk again. For the first time since the Great War, I felt joy and hope. And then when I saw that comedy video of yours, and your eyes aren't open, but you need to know I put comedy in air quotes. Oh, my stomach churned, and that one is not a butter joke. Because lo and behold, Lindsay, lo and behold, and it... Making a mockery of people like me and all I stand for with this milkman character, again in air quotes, because apparently to you a character is any time you change outfits and then talk the same. And actually, while we're on the topic, son, that's stolen valor right there. Do you understand what I had to do to earn these stripes, white and off-white? Do you know what these hands have done to bring you that sweet, sweet udder sap? Let's give credit where credit is due, huh? Look at him. Look at this. Look at this bone structure. Look at this height. You think you would have gotten as tall as you did without the sweet white M? If anything, you owe your success to me and my kind. You think your success comes from your personality? Oh, I swear, 3 inches shorter, you would have never pulled that girlfriend you got. Ain't no way. Wouldn't have had a snowball's chance in Trinidad. And trust me, son, I've seen snow. Do you even understand how hard it is, what I do? Condensed milk. I do that myself in the back of my truck. I grab the milk with these hands, these cursed, calloused hands, condense them to the density of a dying, collapsing star, and feed them to the good people for their Thai iced tea. Evaporated milk? I wait for it to evaporate in the back of my truck and I go, and spit it back in the bottom of myself. My breathing is all f***ed up because of it. And you know what? For the longest time, I thought nut milk was going to be my biggest problem and my biggest competitor. Turns out it's this nut sack. And I know I could have called you a nutcase and that joke would have worked as well. But 1, let's destigmatize poor mental health. And 2, you are a human scrotum. God, you know what? I would give up my right to vote to bring you back to life just right now, just so I could hold your head into a tub of milk until the bubbles stopped. So how about I send you off to hell with a little bit of vitamin D? Vitamin D's nuts. Not a whole lot of milk where you're going, son. Milk. All right, thank you very much. F you.
What can I say about Ted? That's actually a question. What can I say about this guy? I had to Google what Ted Nivison is famous for. Nothing came up, so I was forced to actually watch his videos. And yikes. Sorry, Eddy, I know that's yours. Ted's content is what I can only describe as Ted's friends content. This guy can't make a video by himself to save his life. Which is why he's gone. Let me give you a little breakdown of Ted's videos. You've got Ted cooks food with his funny friends. Ted reacts with his funny friends. Ted does a video topic that one of his funny friends has already done. Now, some might say that's not fair. Ted does videos by himself, but I wouldn't know that because I don't watch them. I kid. I couldn't watch his solo videos because I'm lactose intolerant. Ted makes videos about milk. He makes merch about milk. He goes to music festivals and forces milk on people. I think Ted likes milk as a metaphor for how he squeezes the udders of his more famous friends. And the result is bland, ultimately, which is why it's best served with cereal. Come to think of it, Ted himself is like a glass of milk. He's creamy, he's white, he's full of vitamin D, I presume. He's very tall. That's a dick joke. I don't know, man. I'm just here because Smosh was looking for one of Ted's personal friends to speak on his passing. But unfortunately, they were all busy doing blackface, so you've got me.
Oh my God!
Ted's only black friend. Looking out over the bright white faces in the crowd, I see how loved Ted was by white people. Come on, guys, you could have invited the one black Smosh member. I joke. So let's raise a metaphorical glass of disgusting cow juice to our dear acquaintance, Ted. Cheers.
My name is Dale Jungleson, and I am the CEO of Rainforest Cafe. As some of you might know, the Rainforest Cafe has been slowly dwindling due to rising global temperatures. Sorry,
due to shitty food and subpar service. There was always hope that with the right technology and activism, we could get this thing turned around. But that was when, suddenly, two assholes in a Toyota Tacoma made a viral video in which they dined at every Rainforest Cafe. And the last chance that Rainforest Cafe had of survival was stomped to death by two dudes who looked like interns on the TV show Succession. You see, we have a very delicate ecosystem at the Rainforest Cafe that these gentlemen did not fit into. At our restaurant, we rely on the natural order. But these YouTubers are like a new invasive species. There's simply no room for an albino Tay Zonday and his friend hipster Ron Swanson. Also, they're the first people to ever film in our restaurant. It has never been documented before. You're not supposed to take photographs in there. I've never seen anyone take a picture in our restaurants. They're too riddled with shame over their beef lava nachos and rainbow coladas. And now you fucking pumped it out to millions of people. They weren't supposed to see this. Now no one's gonna come in here. Ah, you fucking asshole. Sorry, shit. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Brings me back.
Everybody relax. That is tobacco smoke. The only people allowed in Rainforest Cafes are families with at least 3 or 4 children, or people who are actively getting divorced. And you guys don't fit that model. My only guess is that Eddy gives off enough divorced man energy to get through. Eddy, I don't know if your parents are divorced, but if they are, they probably took inspiration from you.
They are.
Okay, good. Good. And Ted probably got in because he looks like a fucking water buffalo. You piece of shit. God damn. Now, this whole ironic Gen Z crowd has taken over our restaurants. That's not right. We're usually made for 4s at best. Now hot people are there. You're making the rainforest hotter. I am 54 years old. I shouldn't know who Nakey Jacqi is. Also, when they left, the animals came alive. I can't explain it. They're alive now. They ran away. And they all ran for the freeway. And they're all dead. They all got perfectly hit at the same time. All right. After 28 years of middling service, the Rainforest Cafe will be closing their doors forever. Congratulations, but good news for me. I have a new job as the assistant manager at the Margaritaville at Universal Studios. So, fins up, you fucking pieces of shit.
Ted? I've been told we've met. And then after doing some research, I came across your content. You spend so much time creating funny t-shirts, funny bumper stickers, but you never considered making a funny video. One particular video I noticed with the we improved fast foods and we improved ocean animals. Funny you spend all this time critiquing others, but you never considered improving yourself. So, I took the liberty of doing that for you. I improved Ted Nivison. That's how you say your name? I don't really know you. He's got a very specific look that I like to describe as white guy who wears a sombrero on Cinco de Mayo. Or the most liberal guy in his college's Young Republicans Club. What else could we do to improve on this timeless look? How about a cool pair of sunglasses? Very tall. Sorry. Just, okay. Oh, who's that handsome guy? Is that the Terminator or James Dean? No, it's not. He never posts videos. Like, we're all waiting around with bated breath. He's not Rihanna. He's Josh Groban. I mean, he's tall, cute, adjacent. And I think moms love him. That's the vibe that I get. So, what can we do to improve Ted's video cadence? How about another pair of cool sunglasses? Oh, yeah. Such a tall dude. All right. Okay, so much personality. You know what's not a personality? A Hawaiian shirt. When Ted puts on a Hawaiian shirt, he looks like a swinger on vacation trying to which is different than his usual look, which is a youth pastor who's always telling kids to leave his girlfriend alone. I did a sweep of your Instagram, and there's one thing I noticed. Ted follows me on Instagram, but I don't follow him back. I'll give Ted something even better. I'm gonna report him. Rest in peace, Ted. Stay cool.
Whoa, yeah.
Thanks. Bye.
Jacqi, get the f*** out of my way. I'm gonna freak out. Don't look at me like that. You're supposed to be dead. Close your eyes. Hello, everyone. I will try to not get too emotional during this. As we all know, we're gathered here to celebrate the wonderful life of J-Schlatt and Slimesicle's friend. If you don't know who I am Ted's much funnier and more handsome friend, Eddy Burback. In Ted's life, he cultivated a wonderful and explosive career. Frequently, I would hear the phrase, "Nobody does it like Ted." Before him, we had never seen a white male YouTuber get his start making Minecraft content, and I'm positive we'll never see that again. Ted was known to shock and surprise audiences with groundbreaking videos like, "What liquid works best in cereal?" and avant-garde videos like, "What cereal is the worst?" Those are two different videos on Ted's channel. Now, obviously, I'm joking. Ted's videos are hilarious, well-made, and a blast to watch, is what I would say if I actually watched Ted's videos. Unfortunately, I'm not a 14-year-old with a J-Schlatt plushie on my bed, so I'm legally not allowed to. Ted and I got dinner with some friends, and when asked about whether or not he was prepared for a roast funeral of himself, he said, "I don't know. So Ted, this next joke is to teach you that your actions have consequences." Ted and I now famously went on a road trip for 3 weeks to visit every Rainforest Cafe in North America.
Here we go.
I had another bit of the joke, you just f***ed up the timing. Stay
Sorry,
dead.
You can say it again.
Ted and I now famously went on a road trip for 3 weeks to visit every Rainforest Cafe in North America. You can start clapping. Thank you. And you know, being around so many of those themed restaurants really opened my eyes to important causes like rainforest preservation and awareness. While spending 3 weeks alone in the car with Ted opened my eyes to suicide awareness. You know, this was a little too real, so it wasn't in either of our videos. But during the trip, Ted actually almost drove us off a cliff in the middle of the night.
It's coming.
And after listening to the Red Hot Chili Peppers on Spotify for 19 days straight, a cliffside has never seemed so appealing.
Holy crap!
Ted looks like if Frankenstein joined the Try Guys. And if you're rushing to the comments to tell me that the monster is actually named Frankenstein's Monster, congratulations, you're now too old to be a Ted fan. Let's see, what else do I have? Ted is too tall and it pisses me off. I'd ask how the weather is up there, but instead of answering my question, he'd just make a YouTube video called What Clouds Taste Best with Cereal featuring Jay Schlatt. Jokes aside, Ted, I know at one point we were both that kid watching YouTube videos in our room, hoping one day we might be able to turn it into a career. And look at you now. You've got your own dedicated video on the Smosh channel. Just, 15 years too late. And Hecox, when you watch this, just be patient, give it a little more time. Defy is gonna go public in just like a couple of days, you're gonna be rich.
This jacket, unlike Ted, is very cool. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's not Ted Nivison.
I know.
Today we cry for a guy whose body doesn't look like how you think it would. A man whose voice sounds like reverse helium. Or like if the anesthesia just hit. Or like he's in a documentary in silhouette. Today we pray for a man who proves that somehow, some way, there's always room for another white guy. I know we're all shaken up by the loss of Eddy Piggyback, but I am obligated to read his will in the same way Ted is obligated to make mediocre content. Ted gives Smosh his beat-down Toyota truck since we also refuse to let things die. Olivia will receive Ted's shoe so she can sleep in it because she's so tiny. Seriously though, Olivia will receive Ted's glasses so Olivia can ice skate on them. So tiny. Okay, no, but really. Olivia will receive Ted's bedroom studio to hang in instead of the Smosh lobby so Olivia can finally argue with her boyfriend in private. But I hope she doesn't get lost in the room! Ted gives me his hair to take care of, since I'm used to hair that makes sense from far away but up close is utter nonsense. Ted also gives me his content since I too come out once a month. Shayne gets Ted's fans since Ted and Shayne are only a little hot once you get to know them. Ted would like to return to Damien the remaining milk that both of their skins are made out of. And Ted gives Noah his season pass to the Rainforest Cafe so he can return to his original family of animatronic lemurs. We, here at Smosh, will dearly miss having an actually relevant YouTuber on our channel. Ted, I hope wherever you are, you finally figured out what kind of content you want to land on, Now, as is customary at all funerals, if anyone objects to Ted's death, please speak up now.
I object.
Oh my God.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ted's girlfriend, Shae, or as many of you may know me, just Ted's girlfriend. Ted Nivison was truly our king, but more like one of those inbred hemophiliac German kings that always looked pale and sickly. He'd always get really burned if he spent too much time in the sun. I'm genuinely very concerned about how he's gonna do in hell. Actually, I did, as my last act as the doting, caring girlfriend, I did bring some sunscreen. This is why it's an open casket, right? I know he definitely did it.
This is crazy.
He definitely forgot to put sunscreen on before he died. The truth is, he did have so many good qualities women look for in an internet famous boyfriend who looks like Harry Potter on human growth hormones. Ted was loyal to his run-down junker of a truck. Ted's truck was a lot like Ted because it only really worked like it was supposed to every month or two. But I always respected it because, like Ted, that truck was defiantly uncool. Mostly because the AC started smelling weird after a rodent crawled in there and died.
That's what we think.
Isn't there a dead rodent in all of us? This man cared way too much about being funny. He's like if Michael Scott went to film school. I was talking to some of the writers at Smosh, and they said he would do so many accents, they genuinely didn't know what country he was from. Ted was humble. He never got a big head, at least not a bigger head. He's got a really big head. I'm surprised it fit in the casket. No matter what obstacles life threw in the way, he was always in pursuit of harmony. In his a cappella group. Did you all know he was in an a cappella group?
What? Wait.
By the way, Ted always thought he was a singer, but he just had a really deep voice and was kind of loud, just shouting into the mic, which is crazy. That'd be like building an entire YouTube channel off of being loud. I really hope there are computers in the afterlife. Otherwise, Ted's not gonna know how to connect with anyone. Before I go, one last thing. I will be taking applications for tall men who have trouble growing proper beards. I got so used to his patchy little facial hair. So let me know.
That's f***ing crazy. That's awesome.
Gotcha.
Hey guys. So happy to once again be appearing on Smosh, the Big Bang Theory of YouTube. But while I was up at the pearly gates, gazing down upon these beautiful eulogies being spoken in my honor, I got to chatting with God. You know, the omnipotent and benevolent being that let 9/11 happen. And at some point, I got curious, and I asked him, what was your inspiration for designing these human beings down here? Like, what was that about? And he had some really interesting things to say. And let me be clear, these are God's words, the Christian God that is real. Not mine. So when designing Shayne Topp, the worst member of Smosh, God was going for the classic douche look. He wanted someone that looks like the sports guy in high school Spanish class whose pronunciation was so bad it sounded like he was speaking in Simlish. Hola, mi favorito es favorite sports team es Nuevo York Jets, Mr. Senorita. Puedo ir al baño? He wanted someone that looks like the unknown extra brother from a sibling boy band that the parents forgot about.
God damn.
Someone that looks like he'd say that he started from nothing while conveniently ignoring that his father is the founder of Vineyard Vines. Now, with Damien, the worst member of Smosh, God went on a totally different route. He wanted someone that would really stir things up. Someone that looks like they made high school drama club their entire life. And when confronted with any woman that they had spoken to on a base level would go, "Where's my hug?" He wanted someone that looks like they have a devious plan at all times. Like he's gonna kill someone someday, and when he does, people are gonna be like, yeah, I knew something was going on there. Someone that looks like he subconsciously weaves in lines from his favorite animes and thinks that he thought of the lines himself. Now, with Olivia, the worst member of Smosh, God was looking to create an anomaly. He wanted a person that defies logic and reason and perhaps even violates human rights with their presence. Someone whose comedy is like a middle school sleepover when the lights are off and you're supposed to be going to sleep, but people keep yelling random shit and people start giggling. Someone who will wear a full-body tracksuit but also give the vibe that they don't know how to run. Now, Noah. Noah was a fun one for God. One, because he'd be making the worst member of Smosh, and also because he wanted to just create a bad guy. Just a terrible human being. God wanted to create the most soul-crushing, Lovecraftian horror imaginable. And man, he killed it. He wanted someone who looks like they're forever in the learning phase of hair dye. And they changed it so much that I had to literally contact Courtney for updated information on what color it was. Someone who looks like a canceled Minecraft YouTuber.
Oh my God.
And I'm unsure if this has been mentioned in the past, but I just spoke to God and Grossman, that was intentional. Now, for Tommy, the worst member of Smosh, God just wanted someone that looked like his last job was selling cigarettes to kids in Portland.
Oh my God.
That's all he told me, that's it. I really like Jarvis Johnson, let me tell you. He's one of the friendliest, most down-to-earth people I know, which is why hearing this design inspiration from God was tough to hear. When making Jarvis Johnson, God was looking for someone that looks like they created an NFT series called Little Jarvis. And the drawings look like they were made in Microsoft Paint by a kindergartner on LSD. Someone that looks like they'd be the one to yell, "Hey! Stop that, that's wrong!" in an early 2000s anti-bullying PSA. Someone who looks like they'd be at a party in their 30s and make a point to say to everyone, "Guys, no bedtime, no parents."
I've done that.
Eddy Burback is here. And I'm delighted to see that he is keeping himself busy while attempting to remember his YouTube password. And when God created Eddy, he wanted someone that could be a 26-year-old man that looks like a 46-year-old Little League baseball coach who swears that if those kids win the f***ing championship, then Brenda will take him back. Someone who can go on the trip of a lifetime, absorbing the entire beautiful sounds and sights of the Rainforest Cafe, and still manage to make an absolute stink about it the whole way. Also, who's that sex guy? Jake? Is that Naked Jacqi?
What's up, man? You want to rip this?
Naked Jacqi's here. Oh my God, that's Naked Jacqi.
You want to rip it?
Oh my God, it's Naked Jacqi, the f***ed up love child of Scooby and Shaggy.
Oh my God.
Naked Jacqi sounds like a nickname for the local homeless guy who exposes himself to strangers but is so friendly that the community just keeps him around.
That's Naked
And
Jacqi.
that's Jacqi. And that's all I have. So, yeah. I guess I'm gonna go die more. Bye. Oh. Just kidding, I'm back. Nah, I'm fucking dead.
Okay, cool.
Still not watching his videos.
Wow, that was cool. That was like a surprise birthday party, but bad. So that's why you need to, is that why you need to go home? Oh, wow.
You can save it for home. Guys.
Yeah.
You can save it.
Well, we were just talking about God of War. Okay, sorry, we're filming.
We don't get to leave till this is done.
Hey, shut the f*** up, Shayne.
We got 30 videos to film this weekend.